gotta do me like that? Make me feel like that. So, Scooby Doo da da, Scooby Boo ba ba, Scooby Boo ba ba, Scooby Boo. The pussy got me scared. Doo da da, Scooby Boo ba ba, Scooby Boo ba ba.
Welcome back to the Backpack Podcast, everyone, where we unpack our backpack so you can pack yours up. We're your hosts, Thomas, Samba, and Dan. We're back with another episode. Samba was just before this talking about a dream he had. Or you said you've been having weird dreams, right?
Yeah, I've been having some weird dreams lately. I had one about Diddy. Not in the sense of like the Diddy parties, but like I was at some award show and he like tapped me on the shoulder like, "Good job, man, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, snap. Thanks, bro. Cool." And then he pointed to Jay-Z like, "Jay-Z wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. So I'm going to go talk to Jay-Z." You know, he does laugh like, "What's up, boy?" You know, I can't do a Jay-Z impression.
Yeah, him and Jay-Z, they're boys, bro. They be
they boys.
R-wording people. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was like it was really weird. And then he ended up saying, "Yeah, I'll catch with you later." And then he like walked away. And like I vaguely remember like talking to Diddy again for some reason. And then that was my dream. I'm like, "Yo, why was Diddy in my dream?" It wasn't just like we had a award show. Like some friends were there from like high school. But I don't remember why. I don't know why they were there either. You guys were there. Yeah, it was weird. It was an award show. I think we won something. I don't know what it was.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Not the Diddy part, but
I remember seeing Diddy. I remember seeing you guys. I
You
remember
saw
seeing
other
Jay-Z.
famous people, but you had a conversation with Diddy and Jay-Z.
yeah, dude. Listen, he came up to me. That's really what it was. He tapped me on my shoulder.
those are his heroes,
Whoa,
bro.
chill. Heroes, got it here with that
No, I'm
nonsense.
just saying, bro. I had a dream the other night, bro. I had a nightmare the other night, is what I should say. I don't remember what it was at all, but all I can tell you is I woke up and I was scared. Like, that hasn't happened since I was like a kid. And even when I was a kid, I didn't really have that many nightmares. I did watch the first Saw one time, and I had nightmares for a while. That one scarred me, but
It's good.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah, Saw's meant to scare you, so that works.
But anyway,
Psychological.
so yeah, the other night, like, I don't know what happened. I had a nightmare, bro, and I woke up and it scared, like, I don't know, it was weird. It hasn't happened so long. I was genuinely scared. Like, I had to pee, but I didn't get up because I was like scared to go out. Like, I was scared to leave the bed.
What was the nightmare?
I don't remember,
Dang.
but I remember being like, "Yo, I can't leave. Like, I can't. Like, I'm scared right now."
That's scary.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I was scared. Like, I didn't leave the bed. I was really scared. I woke up and I was.
Had a nightmare that paralyzed me like that. I was really young. I was like a kid, maybe like late middle school, early high school. I'd say maybe. It was actually a reoccurring dream that I had for a while. Super scary for a while. Yeah.
What was it?
So for some reason we were outside school, and all we heard were these thumps and like the ground shaking, vehicles were shaking. So then like everybody like panicking and
Wait,
running.
did you hide under a car or something?
Yeah.
Hey, I think you've told me
Did I
this.
tell you this before? Dang. Okay. Well then I'll just
I
reiterate.
haven't heard it before.
All right. So I'll reiterate for everyone that hasn't.
But if
heard
I
it.
had to guess, Diddy's rolling up and
Nah.
fingers are just blowing. You have a lot of Diddy dreams.
No, if it was-
if
If it's Samba's dream, Diddy probably like saved him or
Bro,
something.
first of all, I'll only have one Diddy. I don't know where I get into several. And if anything, I'm saving Diddy.
Why would you
No,
say
it's
Diddy?
a joke. So like it's like the ground shaking, everybody's like panicking, running, and I hide under a bus, and all I see is like big dude walking, and he's like scanning everywhere, and then he slowly looks down at me under the car, very slowly, very menacing, and that's how I always wake up at that part. It scares the crap out of me.
It was recurring.
Yeah, it was reoccurring for like 2-3 years. Yeah. Don't know why. I still don't know why, but yeah,
That sounds scary.
it was. Like the way I explain it, probably it doesn't sound that scary to you guys, but like in there, like when I see it visually, I'm like, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. No, I believe you.
It's like he slowly looks at me.
One time I had a dream where, like, this was when I was a kid and it scared me so bad. I don't even know how I can explain it, but let's just say I was at this weird place and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was so scared. But I was with my dad and I was like, oh, well, dad, like, he was my protection. Like, oh, I'm with my dad. And then he was like, yeah, all right, son, have fun. And he ran and did like a belly slide
Okay.
out of frame. No, like he went to enjoy the place that we're in. I was like, what the fuck? And I was so scared. And then I went to this one room. It was like black and white. And there was like a doll dancing, bro. I was like,
Yeah, that sounds creepy as hell.
Now that you know more and you've kind of done like research into like psychological side of things, if somebody were to tell you that was their dream, what would you kind of perceive or take away from it?
Well, a lot of dreams are less about the things that's in them and more about the feeling it causes. So if that's the case, the feeling I felt was fear and alone. So either I felt really scared and alone during that time. I think that was a recurrent. Honestly, that doesn't make sense because I didn't really blossom until like 10th grade. Into like who I was trying to be. I was trying to figure out who I was for a long time. So feeling alone and scared in a mass full of people, that kind of makes sense to me. So I say focus on the feeling itself rather than what's happening in the dream.
how'd you feel in the Diddy dream?
Just bothered, like weird. Oh snap! Yeah, okay, Diddy, cool. Jay-Z, all right. You guys are cool, I guess. Whatever, but
I want to go on record that I don't think either of those two are cool, but go on.
I mean, like in the sense of like famous people in general, like Diddy isn't cool. Diddy's a weirdo. I think Jay-Z might still be savable in a sense, but even then, like he's Jay-Z, like he's the mogul. Well, I guess that's kind of cool. You guys were there, so that made me feel good. Would you guys have left me to Diddy?
Left you to Diddy?
Yeah. If he was like, yo, let's go hang out, Samba, would you have been like, yo, Samba, chill? No? Or would you be like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's a fair question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have been like, wait, we know what we know about Diddy, or?
I'm assuming if you know what you know, then you probably would be like, yeah, let's not do that.
I mean, I would tell you, like, you sure you want to hang out with Diddy, bro? But at the end of the day, it's your choice. I'm not going to be like, you can't.
I guess so. I'd stop you. I'm like, bro, chill. And if you say, yeah, no, I want to go, I'm like, nah, bro, chill. Stop. Let's go this way. I'd stop you. I'd probably slap you if you, like, don't listen. Like, wake up, bro. It's Diddy. Have you not heard? You know? So, yeah, I'd stop you.
That'd have been cool if in the dream he gave you a drink beginning to fade. When you pass out, that's when you woke up.
That would be so creepy. that would be so creepy because then I wouldn't be able to tell what was reality or not. Yeah.
Have you had dreams where you felt like, was that real or like a dream?
Oh, yeah.
I did for a while. Then I realized it was a dream, and then it never happened again. There was one dream I had where I was in high school, and we were being chased by gunmen. And
Dude, you have crazy dreams.
I was pretty vivid, yeah. Like it was my active imagination for a while as a kid. Nowadays, it's not as.
I mean,
active.
I had a very active imagination. I still do, but like my dreams. I mean, like I said, I did have that one weird one, and then the Saw ones, but that's because I watched Saw.
Yeah.
But besides that, like I wasn't having gunman dreams. Yes, I did. Saw.
My dreams jump from things to things. Like in the middle of that dream, we were being chased by vampires. Like it was weird. Yeah. So like, it only felt real because the reactions of me and the people felt real. But then when I realized it was vampires and me and a gunman in school, I'm like, okay, that didn't happen. So I'm all right. But like the reactions and like what I would have done in those dreams felt very real. Like how like where I was hiding, like the things I was saying, like yo, like let's do this, like that's what I would have done. So it felt real. Yeah.
I have dreams. I think I've already told you. I think I've said this on here. Like my dreams that I hate is where I have dreams where I can like I'm like driving, dude.
Okay.
And I can just barely, slightly open my eyes. And I'm like, oh!
It's like a panic kind of thing.
Yeah, I have dreams. One of my recurring dreams is I'm backing out of a driveway fast. Like I'm going fast and I can't brake.
That's scary.
And I'm just like, fuck. Oh, no. You know what it is? I can brake now that I'm remembering it. I can, but I have to push the brake so hard just for it to like barely like. So I push with both feet as hard as I can. But it's like a struggle, and it's like barely will stop at the very last second. It's rough.
That's scary.
But just recently, I had that dream again, and Matthew was in the car with me for some reason. I'm normally alone, and I didn't press it hard enough, and it didn't stop, and I rolled across the road, and then like our car fell into a lake.
Damn. So then you're drowning.
No, we got out and we were like,
oh, okay.
but then I remember thinking in the dream like, well, my car's gone. I have to buy a new car.
Dang.
But yeah, no, I have dreams all the time where I'm driving and there's no brake and I can't press the brake and I can barely see. My eyes are like this and I'm just
like cinematic, like tight. Yeah, that's interesting.
mm-hmm.
How do you feel during those moments?
fucking scared.
Scared, panicked.
Like, I hope I don't crash. Yeah, out of control. Like, oh shit, this sucks. I have dreams. Same thing. Recurring for me, the eyes thing. I have dreams where I'm playing in a basketball game and I can't see. Same thing. I have like my eyes are barely like, and I'm like, sucks.
That's interesting. So you're playing basketball with your eyes like that. Do you feel the same way, out of control?
Yeah, like, no, I just feel like I'm like, I can't do what I want to do. Like, as far as like.
That's deep, bro. Do you feel like in life you can't do what you want to do?
No.
No?
Let's see. For the dream, I just like, I'm like, I know if I could open my eyes fully, I could play. I'm good at basketball.
Yeah.
With my eyes like this, I can't fucking do anything. Like, I can't.
So you need a little push. You need a little nudge in the right direction. Does that sound right?
I don't know. No. I know I can do more or something like that. Maybe that's like, those are kind of the same.
Yeah, you got the cable, but you need the right, like, situation, I guess, or like the right nudge, or like feeling limited. That's a good one. It's interesting. Especially if it's a reoccurring dream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the most common thing I have is where I'm doing stuff and my eyes are just like, the driving one, I'm just out of control and I can barely see.
Yeah.
And then basketball, I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks, bro.
This wasn't supposed to be a therapy session. I don't know how that happened.
It's because you said you had a dream about Diddy.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was just weird. But let's get into our question of the day.
Yeah.
Question of the day was, a night in is better than a night out. Is that what it was? Something like that? Right? Going out is better than staying in.
I think if I remember correctly, it was something like going out on a Saturday. I think those are them right there, bro.
Oh, is it right here?
Oh, is that what it was? Because I was wondering how we got to that point from your last conversation.
Yes. Going out on a Saturday night is better than staying in. That is one of the,
So it was a hot take.
it was a hot take. There you go. So yeah. So those of you that
So our question of the day was a statement.
was a statement. What do you guys think of that? So let us know what you guys think. I'm sure you guys already did in the comments. Thomas, staying in or staying out, man?
On a Saturday night?
On a Saturday night.
Depends on the situation, but like 90% of the time I like staying in.
Okay. 90% of the time, like staying in, depending on the situation. Okay, Dan?
I'm going to say 99% staying in.
99. We're hermit crabs in here because I, too, like staying in.
Yo, there's a bird that is loud outside. Do you hear that?
I do. That bird's actually in this bush that's like right here, and it's part of a conglomerate of birds, and like they be tearing up the sound barrier, bro.
Nice.
They be going
The
in.
sound barrier?
They be going in. My girlfriend hates it. Yeah.
Now, let me ask,
Yeah.
if this same question would have come up 5 years ago, do you guys feel
No,
you would
I've
have felt the same way?
always preferred to stay in, to be honest.
I was never a club goer or anything like that. I did go clubbing because that's the thing too. If I am gonna go out, I can only go out with certain kinds of people.
Yeah.
Very certain people I can go out with. I wasn't really too much into clubbing. I love dancing, so when we did go out for like friends' birthdays and things like that, fine. But like I wasn't the type to look forward to the Saturday to go out. My goal was to either stay in, maybe go to a
Or
restaurant.
like if you didn't have plans, you weren't actively like, yo,
Exactly.
I'm trying to go out. You want to, you know what I mean?
Exactly. If I didn't have any plans, that wasn't the end of the world to me.
Like,
I
yo,
was
I'm
chilling.
chill. I'm gonna play a video game, watch TV.
Chilling.
Like,
Order some food. I was good. Now, if my friends had plans, I was down to go with them because like,
Exactly.
like, it depends on who it is.
yeah,
Like I have some friends that like their adventures never end, which is a good thing in that sense. And then some friends where like I wish it always did end, like abruptly. So it depends on who I'm with, but ideally I'd rather stay in. I'd rather have people come over, if anything, right?
yeah. It depends for me if it's like a group of friends and they're like, oh, everyone like wants, oh, let's go bowling or let's go do anything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down for
down.
sure.
Yeah,
It sounds
always
fun.
Yeah.
Again, it has to be like with the right people. It's like, yeah, that'll be fun.
Can't do it anymore.
But like most of the time, I just prefer like chilling, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, if my friends want to come over and we just want to chill together, I'm always down for that. That would never be something I would say no to. Y'all want to come over, play some games? We did that the other day. You know, it's great. So yeah, I'd rather stay in than going out.
Sometimes you just want to like chill and just stay in
bro.
and
Dude,
make your own
chilling's the
snacks
best,
and
bro.
watch whatever you want to watch. Just by yourself, not worry about anyone else.
Bro.
Just
Comfy
like
clothing.
Dude, on the couch in like sweats or even like basketballs or like a t-shirt
Bro, sometimes
with like some fucking Cheetos, just like, oh, that's fucking sick.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally chilling, bro. Chilling is the best thing ever. You don't even have to like talk to me, bro. I'm cool. Like, if no one messages me, sure. If I get a text, yeah, I'll text that real quick. Put it down. I'm back to my show or movie. Chilling.
So would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
I actually did a test. I am an extroverted introvert.
Dan?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need more of
elaboration.
that because that, like when you do your MBTI, isn't it one or the other?
Okay, cool. So there is one I did of that. I was kind of like smack dab in the middle in that sense. Okay. But there's another ones where it has layers of where you are as an introvert and layers as an extrovert. So like I was introverted because safety was more important to me, so I didn't want to do anything I wasn't unfamiliar with. That was like my original thought. I'm extroverted, kind of like to explore things, but at my own pace. So then but once I'm comfortable though, I can talk no matter what. So it's like it was a combination of things. So like I'm quiet at first. After like the first couple encounters, I'll talk to no problem, like all day, every day. Which is kind of like how we met. Yeah,
I would say I'm an introvert.
for sure.
I saw the example. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's like a YouTube video where they talk about like coins. It's like an extroverted person goes out with no coins, and every interaction they have, they like get a coin from that person to get energy.
Yes.
Introverted person goes out with a set amount,
And
and every interaction I have, I give a coin away. So I think going off of that, it made me see I am an introvert because I start at a certain level. Every interaction I have just like drops it down more and more. So I try to use it very
Trying to
seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, save battery, bro.
I lose energy being social.
Yeah.
So staying inside works better for me.
Okay. Same concept with me, except like I used to be a door-to-door salesman. So like the more I talk to people as a door-to-door salesman, the more energy I got, the more I sold. So like if I knocked on like 10 houses but no one answered, I'm already done with the day. I'm like, I don't want to do this. If I got at least one out of those 10 to talk to me, I'm like, all right, cool. I can go another 20, another 30. Even if I didn't sell, if I just talked to them, I can do another 10, 20. But like when it comes to like parties, usually I'm with like my friends. I don't mind interacting with other people at a party, but I usually limit how much I talk to them based off how they respond to how I talk to them. Some people I just don't want to talk to because they're just going to cause problems. I'm not trying to deal with that. So like I'm very social, but like sometimes like I'm extrovert, introvert. It's like I'm willing to do all this with no problem. I have no problem doing whatsoever. But as far as the coins, I'd lose coins, but at a slow pace. That's how I see it.
My guess would have been for both of you extrovert. I mean, you saying you kind of walk that line.
Yeah.
What about you, Thomas?
No, I think I agree with Samba. I'm the same. I was going to say the same thing. And I've heard it from other people. Extroverted introvert.
Yeah, extroverted.
I never took a test, but
Yeah.
because obviously I can be very outgoing. If I'm comfortable with you, oh yeah, like I'm outgoing, whatever. But I have to be comfortable. Like people that I'm not comfortable with, like there's so many people that like if you talk to them that like know me would probably say I'm like, oh yeah, he's quiet. Like he's a quiet person. Like he doesn't really talk much.
Yeah.
Swear. So
I believe.
for me, it's like a level of comfortability. But anyway, I mean, I can't talk to like strangers and stuff. Obviously, you guys have seen it like at the store, and then obviously like just normal. I can make friends pretty easily.
You seem pretty social as well. Like you do a lot of things after work too.
Yeah, as far as like doing stand up, your basketball tournaments and stuff like that. You're very active and social with people. But I think as far as you keep, but I think what it is, you keep people at arm's length. You don't let anyone just in. I think that's what it is. I don't mind letting people in as long as they ask to be. you won't let that happen so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So just sometimes I don't know, like with certain people, and I can't explain why or like like anything.
Mm.
But some like around certain people, I'm just really quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No, it makes sense. It's like a safety thing. Like you don't trust people.
But then there's other people. I guess it depends the vibe or like kind of how I can kind of perceive them in a sense. Like I'm like, oh, this person is definitely like a cool person. They're chill. Like I can be more open and like talk to them and blah blah. But like other people, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I just kind of close up. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's say if you were a book, would you say you're an open book, closed book? I feel like you're a locked book.
Really?
I feel like you're a locked book, and you give the key to someone to open up the book if they want to.
That's a good way to view it.
Like even how we became friends. My goal was not to be friends with any of you guys. Like I just wanted to work and leave. But you know, Tom's a cool dude. You're a cool dude. So like, it was very easy for me to be like, you know what, these guys are. I could see myself being friends with these guys, and then that just kind of just happened. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like it's like me. I feel like I'm an open book, but I start the pages. I choose what page you read, and then if you want to keep going, then you can choose what page you want to go to.
You have to pay. You have to subscribe to
Not
get
subscribe.
the rest.
Now you don't have to subscribe. Like I won't start at the beginning. I'll probably open up on a page I think you'll like, and then I'll start from there. And if you want to go back to the beginning and like figure me out or like have questions, then you can feel free to turn the page yourself. But I'll choose a page where you start, and then from there is all you.
I think I'm a closed book, but you can read the back.
Ooh, okay. Closed book, but you can read.
So you kind of get the idea.
From the back, though.
You get the idea, but like, there's a lot of stuff I don't tell anyone about.
Yeah,
I don't even really. I don't tell people that I do stand up. I really don't tell people
yeah,
that don't really know me. I don't tell them that because one, there's kind of like a stereotypes that come with that. Being like, oh, tell me a joke, and like, oh, this guy must think he's hilarious. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so then there's pressure to like, if I'd ever say anything that's not funny, it's like, oh,
yeah.
but just in general, like, there's other stuff that, I mean, there's stuff I won't say on here, but like that I don't tell anyone
Yeah.
about, like stuff from say my past or something.
Yeah, you're very reserved in that sense. If that helps, that's the blue with you.
But I am open in the sense of like, and you guys know this really well, being like, dude, I fucking wiped. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I'm open in the sense of like, if something crazy happens, like, and it's really funny in my opinion, I'll tell people like, just because I think like, oh, I think they'll think this is funny.
Yeah.
Or maybe just because I think it's funny.
I know way too much about your poop life. Like, way too much. Probably more than anyone ever. Which I think is like usually like a very private thing people don't even talk about. But the fact that you're very open with it, that's like, yo, that's fire. I like that. I appreciate that. I know it's a weird thing to say, but like I appreciate
Maybe I kind of want to try to figure out, now that I'm thinking about it, like the reason, because I would say with most people I'm like easy. I could talk to most people. Really like easy. I have good energy, make jokes, whatever.
good conversationalist.
But then like I'm telling you, there's like certain people, and I can't explain why, where I just kind of close up and I'm like really quiet and like I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's you just protecting yourself basically. 'Cause you don't know them.
But I feel like it's a specific type of person that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the energy they give off or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because one, there's many different types of people. So like after a while of interacting with people, you kind of know who to avoid, just instinctually, based off how they walk or how they even approach you in general. Like you kind of just naturally just put up a wall, and then you kind of ease your way down. If you interact with them enough, then you start to see how they really are. Like, first impressions is everything. That's what they always say. But after the first impression is really when you get to know a person. So that's probably what that is. You're probably just putting up a wall so you can kind of gauge who they are. So closed book with you being able to read the back, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's all I could think of.
I like that.
But yeah, there's some people that like, this has even happened at work where it's like, why are you so serious? Well, like, what's wrong? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just working or something. And say I'm just like kind of have a straight face. And they're like, what's wrong? Why are you all mad? And I'm like, I'm not all mad. What are you talking about? And I don't know, like, Sometimes it makes you think like, do I have like a resting like angry face, like a very serious angry face? But then when I'm around you guys or like people I'm super comfortable with, I feel like I'm like always smiling and laughing, even when I'm not doing anything. I don't have like an Eeyore type energy, you know what I mean? But like I've had other people be like, what's wrong? Why are you all mad? And I'm like, I'm not mad. What are you talking about?
I'm just chilling.
So I don't know. Maybe my actual energy and like facial expressions even change depending on.
No, that makes sense too. Because even like people say I have a resting sad face. I just look sad.
What's wrong?
Yeah, that's all. What's wrong, Samba? I'm like, nothing. I'm good. So you sure? Like you look so sad. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling, you know. So, but like when I'm with people and once I start talking though, I'm like, yeah, like this is my face all day. I'm usually pretty positive face looking. Even if I'm serious, I'm not like super serious looking. So like I think once you get interactive, that's when your body's like, all right, we're doing stuff. I feel like if you're just in the zone on your own, your body's like, all right, I get to chill a bit. So all your facial expressions just like stop trying, I guess. For lack of a better word. Well, thank you guys for joining us. This has been the Backpack, where we unpack our backpack so you can pack yours. We're gonna end this with the question of the week for next week. What is your favorite comedy duo? This could be TV, movie. Think your favorite comedy duo in movies, your favorite comedy duo in TV shows, or like skits or whatever the case is. And then let us know in the comments, and we'll be talking about that next episode. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you guys were able to pack your backpack. Take it easy.
Peace.
Later.
Scooby-Doo,